If you enjoyed our shows, you should also be checking out the network we're a part of, the Fun Installers Network, whose promo will be playing next, and then we'll be on to the show.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. On the frontier of the internet is a new website being constructed called FuninstallersNetwork.com, where they install fun directly into your brain, where they do collaborations with other creators, such as video game reviews, podcast episodes, art galleries, and they even do little game master tips for you who like tabletop role-playing games. So make sure to go over to FuninstallersNetwork.com and tell them that this really cool radio guy sent ya. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whatever it may be.
Greeting, listeners, and welcome back to Fictional Heroism as we go into the meat of the matter for the shark mystery, also known as Beach Blanket Brutality, and which you can purchase on Drive-Thru RPG or Ichigo if you enjoy this mystery to play with your friends. There, that's me selling my product. Now we'll get to the business. When last we left our heroes, Belle had been given a special mission to assemble a team and deal with some mysterious bodies being found and disappearing in the city of Cherubim Cove, part of the Tri-City area, which also includes Pratchettville. After sheeping along, Belle arrived at a haunted house and picked up two of the members of his hunting party for this. How do I want to describe it? The shell shock. No, not shell shock. Mib, Caitlin, how would you describe your characters?
Hey, just because I'm a ghost doesn't mean the house I live in is haunted, okay? Like, really, get with the times. Mel is a ghost. Very, very much alternative, gothy, punkish look. You know, shock of hair, leather jacket, way too many patches and badges and buttons. Chains, necklace, and the obnoxious, sarcastic attitude to go with it all.
I don't think Shadow's exactly shell-shocked, but she's definitely kind of, like, looking at the whole situation with, like, a raised eyebrow, like, what is my life and what is going on here? But, you know, there's not a lot that can surprise her these days, considering all the shenanigans that go on in her house on a regular basis.
All right. Okay. All right. And then I think the camera kind of scrolls down from the top, and it focuses down on this highway as we see a Chevy Impala heading into the city of Cherubim Cove to meet with the final member of the party. And Press, what kind of place would you think your character would let the library know to meet up with them at?
Probably at the pier of the location we've been told to convene at, because Nira would not go anywhere near their stomping grounds. She would have them meet them on neutral territory.
Okay, I think the best neutral territory is going to be Surfer's Shacks, or Snack Shack. It's a small, centralized rest stop by the beach where the contests are going that allows hungry and thirsty patrons a place out of the sun in a cool, shaded respite.
Okay, then she would be waiting by there.
Okay, so then I would say the Chevy Impala starts pulling up next to the building, and it's well, I want to say it's a building. It's almost a building, but it's half a building, half a shed. There's a large jovial fellow behind the counter making smoothies for the customers, and just there's a lot of, I want to say some, there's cheesy beach music playing. And Crest, what would they see as the party comes into this area?
Waiting outside, having gotten her hands on a smoothie somehow, they see a little woman with pale, almost translucent skin. They would be able to see her eyes, but they're currently covered up by neon pink aviators. She is wearing a hat with flowers and fruits on top of it, one of those old-timey hats. She is wearing a sleeveless wetsuit, steel-toed combat boots, and over top of it all, a white, almost sheer, bathrobe or / coat that flutters in the breeze as she sips on her smoothie. Around her neck dangles an amulet that has a bunch of symbols on it, but they're also overlapping. You can't tell what's what. And she has her brown hair pulled back in a braid. That silence is so wonderful.
Guys, that's your cue to react. That's your cue to react.
I didn't know.
Belle just looks kind of don't fuck up. He mutters to himself, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up.
He's just Shadow and Mal would be coming behind Belle making lamb jokes, and Shadow would say, "Oh man, I hope they have something to eat here. I would die for some barbecue."
Belle looks kind of... Belle just kind of... He bites his he's kind of clenching his teeth together, kind of trying to not make a response, just trying to ignore them.
Yeah, I wonder what Belle's relationship with her parents are, or maybe they're the black sheep of the family.
You should probably be nice. We wouldn't want a lamb bush.
I suppose.
Sean, was I told who to expect on my team?
Yeah, you were told. You were told you were to expect you were going to have You were told you were to expect you were going to have a haunted teenager, a ghost, and a lamb demon. Also, I believe Belle is not in lamb form at the moment, so he's just a normal teenager. Look.
Yeah, we're in public, We're not in a town that's under a massive hypnosis.
And get Mira
but that
dresses
just
like
makes
this
it
anyway.
funnier because then nobody understands what they're laughing about. And he just looks so mad.
Belle just I hate you guys. He's just so fed up with he's had to drive, and he's been driving, how many hours has he been driving with these two, would you say? Sean?
I'm going to be evil and say about 5 hours.
Yeah, Belle has basically been those 5 hours.
I feel like he's been slowly cranking the music louder, trying to drown them out.
Oh, not only just that. He's been doing initial D drifting and stuff just to make it faster to get here. He is basically, when any opportunity, when there was when he was pulling his magic out to sense if there's any cops around, he has been gassing it and just doing drifts.
Shadow. Anyhow, I don't think you answered me. Who do you think is the best archer? The Hawkeye, Green Arrow, Robin Hood, or what was that guy from the Lord of the Middle Earth movies? Oh, Legolam.
That was a good one.
Belle goes. Belle just looks at him. Ha ha, very funny.
Don't feel sheepish because you don't get the reference.
There's a loud slurping noise as Nira finishes up the last of her smoothie, and she's just staring at these people behind her aviators.
Belle goes, I'm going to put my foot where it doesn't shine if you keep this up, Mel.
Oh, come on. I'll buy you a smoothie. How about a banana one?
Belle just...
Throwing her smoothie in the trash, Nira strides forward and says, "Greetings, children. I take it you're the team Zoot told me to expect."
Belle kind of nods. You could see kind of the vein popping from his head of him just... the blood vessel just show, of his aggravation of having to endure 5 hours of lamb puns. And him trying to control his rage.
You know, the way he was driving, avoiding all the police, you'd think he was on the lam or something.
All right, I
Okay,
guess.
I look at Shadow and I say, I'm sorry, I don't think they serve alcohol here.
I don't.
That was a thumbs down.
It-
I don't know if that was a joke or not. Shadow's just like trying to figure out if that's a joke or not.
To you, I say porcinello dos. Alrighty, let's get inside and let's get this over with. I'd want to go home.
Belle goes, I want to go home too.
You're not
Shadow
the only
says,
one.
"Yeah, we better get to work. Come on, Lambo."
Belle just. He just looks out frustrated, just kind of like groan.
You feel sheepish about that one?
Belle is just like he mutters under his breath. When I get a chance, I'm going to turn both of you into sheep. He mutters.
We'd be so adorable.
You know, I want to do something funny. I'm throwing an NPC in here to get this moving. Hey, Belle. I need you to roll a plus sharp.
Okay, so that's 3.
Okay, you just see a physically fit and capable guy walk by and getting a smoothie in the background. Something about him looks suspicious, but you don't know why.
Meanwhile, Nira's looking around the shop. Where's our contact? Above game?
Your contact in the city would be Troy, Manchester, because he was sent here as he was actually sent here to get a break from all the weirdness after the last mystery he was involved. And I think you guys, if you look around, you see a man in a old-fashioned swimsuit with a large towel wrapped around his head, which either he has the biggest afro or he's hiding something.
Belle's
He's looking over some newspaper nearby.
Nira strides up to Troy and says, sorry, hold on. Let me check it out again. Nira strides over to Troy, sits on the table and says, the rest of the children are here.
Oh, good.
Look, what you're calling children? I'm older than your parents.
Nira just gives you a look behind those pink aviators and she says, I seriously doubt that.
And then Troy just looks at Nira and then he looks at Mal's like, you. I have more of a chance of being older than you, or at least a piece of me, Mal. Okay, so they sent you guys. I mean, I understand him, and he looks at Belle. I mean, I also kind of owe because he got me out of working for Blockbuster forever and hell. But
Sean?
Yeah?
Belle's not going to be there.
Oh, he is?
He's going to follow the buff cable guy. Because, like, wait a minute. He's going to just wander off, like, not tell anyone. It's like, he's just going to go, who's that guy? Why do I feel like that's familiar? Okay, do I mark anything on experience? Because I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you do a mark experience.
Okay.
And also, if anyone character would notice Belle walk off, you can also roll a plus chart.
Does anyone notice, like, Belle, like, it's like you when you're in like one of those anime shows, like the outline of a character is like, wait a minute.
Yeah. No, don't really, can't be bothered. Don't notice.
Yeah, Nira just wants to get this over with. She's not paying attention either.
I'm gonna say that Shadow's gonna notice because he's not around to make fun of.
Okay, all right. Roll 2d6 and add sharp. I think Troy also notices he's looking around. He's like, oh no. I'm left with ghosts.
It's a 5.
Okay, Mark experience. You also see I would say you see Belle following the suspicious character in a what clearly appears to be a tacky lifeguard uniform with. Let me make sure I'm describing this right. With curly orange hair and a square jaw, just walking in the beach towards what looks like he's sneaking towards the lifeguard. The lifeguard. Well, we can only guess is the lifeguard office.
Okay. What makes him stand out, though, if he just looks like a lifeguard?
He looks. Something about him. He looks familiar. He's an older gentleman. You swear you've seen him somewhere, but you can't place it. But considering where you've spent a lot of your time, it might actually appear that's not good if you recognize them, because all the things you've dealt with. I think Troy is like, wait, where's okay. No, I'm giving you guys information, then I'm allowed to go back. So you can give him this information when you find him, and he pulls out a couple new newspapers he had nearby and moves them forward, and it mentions the first one. It seems strange. They push forward. There's this picture of what looks to be like a female lifeguard, and they've been. It looks like a shark attack almost, but I don't know how many shark attacks have people that arrive that far on land and die. And he says, what you guys are here to deal with is we've been having a little bit of this happening, which wouldn't necessarily be weird, except he pulls out another newspaper and slides it forward, and you'll see. He sees body disappears, lifeguard found alive, and it shows a picture of the same lifeguard looking just plain as day, watching the lifeguard, and there's like the byline says something like new viral movie campaign for horror movie, maybe.
Interesting. Usually just one victim of shark attack would scare everybody off from a beach for like months.
Yeah, it's been happening enough that they never find the body. They never find, or the body's never, it just disappears, and it's so like a lot of people are thinking this is just some kind of like thing that the mayor set up. Some kind of like, I don't know, they're making some new Jaws or something, and this is some kind of political stunt since the mayor's been trying to get a lot of interest back in the Cherubim Cove since they had to take down the old tourist trap that was bringing people in.
Tapping one fingernail, Nero looks at Troy and says, "And the bodies that disappeared, there was nothing found of them? No hair, no blood, scraps of clothing, anything?"
Nothing. It's like they got scrubbed clean. It weirds me out, and I mean, and he kind of motions up to his head, which I want to say, all three of you know that towel is covering the fact that he has tentacles for hair because of some eldritch bullshit.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, Sean. I'm activating one of my character qualities, Learned. You research all the legends and tales of monsters in your home time. When you investigate a mystery, you can ask the keeper the following questions as well as the ones on the usual list. Does this creature type exist in my home time? What defenses are effective against this creature? What do I know about this creature that has been forgotten? So, investigate a mystery?
Yeah, alright, yep. Roll investigate a mystery.
Today is a day of threes, apparently. I'm marking experience.
I think Nira tries to consider this, and it's weird. There's quite a few things that come to mind to the point that you feel like you just don't have enough information yet to narrow it down. There's just too many gods or spirits or any number of things that could be doing this.
Okay.
You need to. I think Troy notices and goes. This is why we need you here. We want you. You're the brains. You're the one who knows more than anyone, and that's saying something in the library. And even with what I know, I'm not sure what's going on here, and I got a feeling in the back of my throat like this is something. I don't know if this is a ritual or anything, but there's the fact that people are. I think Mal hit it on the head. The fact that people aren't running away. I think there's something more going on here.
We'll need to investigate and go from there.
If it helps, you can check out where they've been storing the bodies and they disappeared. It's been over at the Lifeguard office because they haven't been quote unquote around long enough for someone to send over a coroner. So I don't know.
Definitely the bodies, good place to start looking, and where they were found. They haven't even sent the police over. What, forensics hasn't even done this? God. I mean, I knew they weren't as efficient as they are on TV, but that's ridiculous.
I get it. I think this might also be a thing of, I can't believe I'm saying this, a thing of maybe jurisdiction, because there is a lifeguard tournament going on in town. And
Lifeguard tournament? Even do that? It's like people voluntarily are drowning and they have to see who can swim out to them faster or something? Or are they just like who's got the best suntan? Because that's what lifeguards are good for anyways. I mean, I would know.
Okay. Let me rephrase. It's a surfing contest, but because of the area, most of the participants that are still going are lifeguards, and it's become a lifeguard-centric event. And for sure, if someone crashes out bad, you just know one of the other contestants are going to go out there and be a lifeguard and show off that it's a budding of conflicting egos, and it just hurts my head to say all that.
Well, at least we have no conflicting egos here. But yeah, that's but yeah, where are the bodies? Sounds like something to take a look at.
I know over in the main office they've been keeping track of them too, so they might have a map there for you guys to check out to figure out to investigate in the area, see what's going on, where the bodies were found.
Alrighty. Hopefully, at least been keeping them, chilled. Yeah, lead on, McDuff.
Oh, no. My job was to give you this information and spew some exposition, but I will point you in the direction of the main office. I don't want to end up like in this one and end up being chum. I put in my time trying to deal with Pratchettville and that Faye. Bad enough. And I think he literally just points to the large building in the middle of the beach and goes, "That's the best place to find the information you're going to look into." This was supposed to be my vacation time, so I'm getting out of here while I can. We don't need an Eldritch thing getting mixed in it, and it's been a couple weeks. But yeah, Troy points out the building that he says is the main lifeguard office. And also the building that Bell is heading ahead of you guys, following a man with, like I said, he's a buff lifeguard. He's an older man with lush orange curly hair. What do you guys do? You guys can clearly see Bell heading this way, and he's also following a guy.
Oh, that's where he went. Oh, I guess he just couldn't handle it. But well, I'm not done. Let's go catch up.
Okay. I will. And as you guys are heading ahead, Mal, Nessa, I need you both to roll plus sharp as you get closer to this gentleman.
You mean Belle?
No, well, they're following you. They're following Belle, but they're also by getting closer to you, they're getting closer to the gentleman you're following because you're suspicious.
Okay.
Isn't Shadow following Belle? Following him, though?
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, you are following them, so you're focused on Belle because you already failed the roll. You didn't recognize the guy. So you're focused on Belle following them, but I'm saying the other two might have a chance of recognizing who this is. So they're getting a chance.
Okay.
They're getting a chance to roll plus sharp to see if
I
they
was like,
recognize
wait,
it.
where am I? Where is she?
Yeah, I think Shadow's ahead because you're trying to catch up on Belle.
Well,
And that's a 6.
I was going to say I rolled a 7, but my -1 sharp makes that a 6.
Okay, you guys all recognize this figure, but you don't know where you recognize it from. It's just weird. He feels out of place. You feel like you may have seen him on TV.
Isn't it Carrot Top?
Even
I love
Hasselhoff. Hair dye.
I'm vaguely curious, Sean. What is this lifeguard wearing?
He is wearing. Let me make sure I get this description right. He is wearing orange trunks with black tie. As he's moving, it's orange trunks that are held with a black tying cord. Like I said, he definitely looks like a bee. He definitely looks like a lifeguard, but something about him seems familiar, but not too familiar.
Yeah. Shadow, you think we should pin a tail on Belle?
Is Shadow with them, or is Shadow kind of somewhere between them and...
I would say Shadow is probably a little bit more ahead because Shadow was focused on Belle. So I think you could hear Mal say that, but Mal is far enough is a little bit distance back. So I guess then Belle would hear this too.
Belle hears this. He definitely fucking hears this.
And Shadow hears her name, but she's still focused on what Belle is doing. Still trying to place him in her head, even though she can't.
Belle's turning people to lambs later.
You didn't say anything that time!
Belle, what do you do? Are you just going to keep following him? Or are you going to tackle him? Are you going to grab him and interrogate him?
I look around, and do I see anyone else around?
Oh, there's a bunch of beachgoers around. There's no one actively looking in your direction. I'll say that much. Other than, your friends following after you and your coworker.
I'm gonna... Is there any water bottle machines nearby?
There is, but it's right next to the support at the Lifeguard, the main office that the guy is heading towards.
That's perfect. Belle's gonna follow the guy for a bit. As he's going near the office, he's gonna stop by a water, look around, make sure no one's watching, and he pour some holy water into a water bottle with a syringe. Like he injects a water bottle with some holy water.
Okay. And then what do you do next?
I'm gonna give a guy the free water bottle. He's like, "Hey, mister, thank you for protecting all the precious lives on the beach." And I'm gonna hand him the water bottle.
Okay. Man looks over and he goes, "Thank you, young man. It's hard work here keeping the beach safe, or my name isn't David Hasselback." And as he drinks the water.
I knew it.
Sorry about that.
See, I know the name David Hasselhoff, but I only know the name. I don't know anything else about this, so I'm sorry, Sean, but your reference is falling flat for me.
Baywatch. The actor who plays like the main guy from the original Baywatch.
Do not hassle the Hoff.
So is he David Hasselhoff, or is he like a character based off of David Hasselhoff? That's Hasselbeck.
He is a person who resembles the Hoff, but he's not a Hoff. He's the back.
Okay.
And he's like, all right, how are you enjoying the beach?
Well, I just arrived here just a few hours ago, so I've been meaning to get down to the beach, so I haven't enjoyed it yet. So, anything I should watch out for?
Should definitely check out the surfing contest. It's going to be We're going to start on the second from last rounds in about a. He looks down at his watch. Goes 30 minutes. We had a lot of fun times out on this beach and a lot of you know, some people do some cool tricks, maybe some cool falls, maybe some cool saves. But it's all all to help the beach and help the community grow and help the community grow in its revenue from tourism, because we had to take down the museum. Mayor's putting a lot of pressure on us lifeguards to make sure that this is a tournament that no one forgets.
How's Shadow, Nira, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your character's name.
Mal.
Have Shadow, Nira, and Mal caught up to them yet?
Yeah, I think while they're talking, you guys are kind of caught up to them.
Okay, as we do so, Nira fingers her amulet and taps her sunglasses, and her already bright neon pink aviators seem to start to glow. I'm going to use magic. I'm searching for energy in general again. I've done this trick before, in case you've forgotten.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're checking for energy, all right?
In general, yes. Use magic. That is a 6/5 plus 2. 13.
Okay. Okay, you're looking around for magic, energy, right, you said?
Yes, energy in general. Magic, fae, divine, arcane, aliens, whatever.
I think as you're looking around, you faintly actually see... It's weird. You see an energy you haven't seen in a long time. It's an old energy.
What is its nature?
It is of... how do I want to put this? It is a strange energy because you see it around some of the other lifeguards, and it's old, it's eldritch, it's energy you've seen around rituals of fertility and rebirth. Oddly enough, how far around do you look around trying to pick up this energy?
Well, I was checking the David Hasselbeck for the energy first.
Oh yeah. Okay. He does not have any energy on him yet. But I think you do, as you're looking at him, you can kind of see there's some energy coming inside the lifeguard office in a vague humanoid shape. There's some around to lifeguard behind, like some of the people are going to head out for the surfing contest. There's kind of an energy around them. This energy around them, and you can really tell is it's involved with rituals of fertility and rebirth. You're not sure what it's. At least that's, I want to say just with the little information you have right now, that's all what you can pick up, what you can remember about it, just because of the situation.
That's fine. I just wanted a place to start.
And I think if you're looking around, you get this sense, you get a small sense of it, whatever's going on, it's definitely, I think you get a piece up with this, because we recognize this energy enough that you can tell that these are people that the bodies definitely died. They definitely died because you can see this energy around these people, and you can surmise as much. This is some of the victims that have disappeared and came back. And you're fairly certain, yes, they did die because they you can clearly tell from this energy that's touching them that they've been reborn. I'm trying to be better about not giving you guys everything.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
Think I can do the sight, where you can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences you may communicate with. You even make deals with the spirits you see, and they give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate a mystery.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Dice is that?
It's again, it's 2d6. Investigative mystery is, if you look at the sheet, it has the basic moves. Let me find it quickly again. I can look it up too. So I believe investigative mystery is plus sharp again. Yeah, plus sharp.
So 2d6. Family dice. Sharp. That was plus 1. That is. Where are you?
Plus 1 for your sharp.
Is it 8? It's an 8.
Okay, with an 8, you get to ask one question from the list. Let me give you the list quickly. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I'm sorry, can I get that one more time?
Yeah. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I'm gonna ask what is being concealed here.
I think Shadow, you tried to tap into the site, and one of your ghostly friends kind of like, I feel like if this was a TV show, we would kind of see one of your ghostly friends appear behind you and kind of like
Whisper in my ear.
slide into you.
Okay.
And you look around with your supernatural sight. You see something that pales you to the bone. Because I think you've used the site before in your house. Well, you've done this before in your own house, right?
I'm sure.
And in your house that you live in is a site of hauntings and this supernatural thing. I think with the site, you can sense much death and rebirth around here, and you sense that feeling of a haunted area, but this feels old. You've never seen I want to say this is something that surprises you, because you've never sensed something this old. It's enough that I think it causes the ghost that's helping you see recoil out of you for a moment, as you get a sense that whatever's going on here, it's big. It's some kind of phenomenon going on, because it's similar to, like, you know, how the phenomenon of how your house gathers ghosts.
Mm.
And it is old as fuck.
Like ancient old?
Ancient old. We're talking ancient old. It is old as hell. That's why you can tell just from using your site with what the information you have.
Okay.
How does Shadow react to this?
I think she would. I feel like when the ghost like possesses her, like she can feel what it feels. So like when it's horrified and it recoils, she definitely feels that. And so I would probably like kind of wave over to Mal, since he's a ghost, to come, and they're tight, so she can kind of like trust him with the info that she's got. So she kind of waves him over, and she'd probably be like, "Mal, I just had the weirdest thing happen to me. Like, something really awful is going on, so much to the point that I'm going to say the spirit is called the bride. So much that the bride couldn't even stand it. You know how much horror she's inflicted. For her to be affected by it, there's something big and bad going on here."
Is David Hasselbeck still here?
She probably pull him off to somewhere where he couldn't hear.
Oh, I think David Hasselhoff has kind of went. I think he's talking to Bell, so he wouldn't notice it, or Hasselback hasn't noticed this yet.
Okay, Nira, in response to what Shadow's saying, Nira says, "Yes, I'm picking up eldritch energy up and down the beach. Someone's using magic, I can tell that much. We've got rituals going on here. Though this explains the how, though it doesn't explain the who or the what, or the why."
Whatever is big and it's scary, and we definitely need to keep a sharp eye out.
Nira, out of the corner, tilts her head to look towards the lifeguard office and says, "Do you want to kick the hornet's nest, or do you want to investigate some more?"
Well, he definitely seems kind of sketch, but I'm not sure. I think let's investigate some more for now. Let's keep an eye on Bell and Hasselhunk over there.
Yeah. Be able to find like a map or whatever where all these bodies were found?
I think. Yes, Sean?
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, Troy did mention that they were keeping track of the sightings in the office you guys were that he was heading towards. I think Hasselhoff was talking about, like, oh, do you want to do, actually, Bella, he did tell you that they had information in there, too, when he was talking about the facilities. What are you talking to him about while the others are discussing and plotting?
I asked about what happened to the museum. Kind of.
Oh, this used to be the great place for hauntings, and then, you know how it goes. Eventually a bunch of meddling kids show up, find out that there's a bunch of people en masse doing stupid stuff to help tourism by making Cherubim Cove look like the most haunted city in the U.S. Eventually, people stopped coming, and they just decided to stop focusing on this, and so that's why they started this this contest here, so that we could get us back on the map for, being rad, as how the kids say,
Bill kind of puts his hand onto his chin. I see. Bill kind of is scratching his chin lightly.
John, where is Bell and Hasselbeck?
They're right outside the.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit ahead of you guys, and they're talking right in front of, they're right next to the office, basically.
Well, if I think there's entrance in the office, but they don't seem to be going into the office, I have ways of going into the office.
That's what I was gonna suggest, is for someone to figure out a way to sneak into that office.
Oh, it's very easy. I'm a ghost.
Do your ghostly things, sir.
Yeah, if they stopped at the office, they're talking, but they don't seem to be going in. I will just go into the office. I can, as it says, you may move freely through solid objects.
All right.
So yeah, I can just walk through the door, through the wall, or whatever, and get in there and start looking around, see if there's anything interesting.
No, I do have a question for you, Mib. Does it say you can do so and be invisible?
It does not. So, I mean, ideally, nobody's watching as I do this. May have to go around a corner or something, but I can at least, if Hasselbeck has his back, back to the door, I can at least do that. I mean, I'm sure the team's fine seeing me do that. But
okay. All right, you're gonna go through the door.
Well, I'm going to glance around and find at least somewhere half hidden where I'm not likely to be seen by anybody. But if I have to, I can.
There's probably some places you could sneak in there that way. But is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Slip in mostly unseen if I can.
Roll me an act under pressure.
Under pressure. Man, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, no, that's not going to work. That's a 5.
Wow, you guys are failing hard on this. Oh. So I think
Well,
you find a spot you can easily kind of go in, and you walk into the room, and the lifeguard doing paperwork just managed. I think they just managed. They were scrunching up a paper and tossing it forward, and they look tossing it forward to the garbage can. As you walk through the wall, and the piece of paper goes through you, and everyone, you hear a sharp scream inside. The lifeguards, the lifeguard office, and David Hasselback straightens up and runs to the entrance to head inside.
well, as soon as the door starts opening, I'm immediately going to just jump back out through the wall so that I don't get seen. Hasselback, ideally. Maybe we can just pass this off as, no, maybe they're just seeing things. I mean, somebody walking right through a wall, that's crazy talk, right?
Right.
Hopefully, yeah.
It's working too much overtime, that's all.
And I kind of slip back out, and I shout, it's like, well, so much for that plan. Somebody already in there, and I think they saw me. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they saw me. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a spider they were screaming at.
Yeah, I think Hasselback runs in. He's like, what's going on? Like, ghost! And she points in the direction of the wall, and he's like, Hasselback pulls the door back. He doesn't see, and he's looking around. He's like, what do you mean, ghost? I saw a ghost. Walk right in. And he Hasselback looks outside, and then he walks back. You see him walking in off, like trying to. All right, calm down. This is Cherubim Cove. You do not remember, Pamela. We just don't worry about. We don't assume it's a ghost until we're absolutely sure.